So what I demonstrated a couple of minutes ago is the ideal solution, where you, the DBA, identify problems and deal with them on a one-by-one basis. But it's a huge amount of work. And that's where there's an alternative approach, which is purely declarative. You stabilize the entire workload. You probably have thousands of SQLs, tens of thousands. Many sites have no real testing capability. They certainly don't have time to look at all those SQLs one by one. So what do? You've got to stabilize everything, and you will be seriously reliant on automatic routines. Now, that's what we can do. The idea is you capture plans for all the SQLs. So at some point before you upgrade, you start this capture. Easy, it's just setting a parameter. And you're going to end up capturing perhaps hundreds of thousands of execution plans. Perhaps hundreds of thousands. Maybe millions. Is that a problem? Not really. And it requires a bit of thought in terms of space and your sysaugs table space and so on. But the idea is you capture plans for all your SQLs. Then you do your upgrade. Well, because every SQL you run, assuming you did get the entire workload, you might be capturing for a couple of weeks. But if you did get the entire workload, you've got a plan, a stored out, a baseline for every SQL. So after the upgrade, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. All your SQLs will run with exactly the plans they had before. Right. Well, that's good, because it means that there'll be no performance degradation. It also means, of course, that there'll be no performance improvement. Begs the question, why did you bother to upgrade? And that's where plan evolution now becomes essential. Because if you don't do the evolution, you will never get any improvements. Now, in an ideal world, you will have paid Uncle Oracle enough money to have got the licenses for complete automation. Right. That means you can rely on the auto-evolve task. That was introduced in release 12. Relying on the complete automation means all changes following upgrade are blocked. So things run exactly as they did before. But then, over time, new plans that are better will be let through, while plans that would cause degradation are permanently blocked. And it can be completely automated. So basically, improvements are just delayed. You'll do the upgrade, nothing changes initially, but as the few days go by, things will get better without the DBA or the developers having to have any involvement at all. How long the improvements are held back for, well, there's any number of factors behind that. But one thing you do get with the latest enhancements with the Exadata environment is what they call the high-frequency evolution task, and that can run every hour. So the delays may not be long, but it depends to a certain extent on your environment. If you do not have all the licenses, you don't have the tuning pack, you're not an Exadata, maybe you're an SE2, we can still automate this process. We do have programmatic techniques for doing it, but it's no longer purely declarative. But we can still implement this. We can implement equivalent functionality without relying on the licensed capabilities.